Welcome to Geeky Girls Knit. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash a bit weird.
And we're glad to have you today. I will apologize in advance if I seem a little bit off. I'm kind of having a foggy fibromyalgia bad day mixed with insomnia last night, and so I'm not totally present, but I'm trying. And we really wanted to record for y'all, so forgive my foggy brain. Yes?
Yes.
Hopefully Damaris will remember my words for me, because I'm bound to forget some. So this is episode 31, and today is Wednesday, March the 27th, 2013, and we're glad to have you. We say a big welcome back to all of our returning viewers, and a big hello to all of our new viewers. We're glad to have you. Thanks for giving us a chance. I forgot to turn on the timer. I have no idea how long we've been recording. Foggy brain, I'm telling you. Okay, so we have some members, show notes, who have introduced themselves this week in the Ravelry group, and so we want to say a hello to them. First up, we have Iggy Star, who is Vicky from Detroit, Michigan. Then we have Melissa Knits, who is Melissa from Topeka, Kansas. And finally, we have Knits Insanity. Knits Insanity?
Yes.
Okay. I thought I had forgot a letter or something. Knits Insanity, who is Catherine from Oxfordshire, England. So,
Either Knits Insanity or Knit Insanity. I don't know.
Hi, Catherine. So a big hello to Vicky and Melissa and Catherine. Thanks for introducing yourself. If you have not joined our Ravelry group yet, please do so. We would love to have you. We're having some very good conversations there. And introduce yourself in the introduction thread, and we'll give you a shout out on the next podcast. My computer screen just went black. It's back. I think that's it. I think we're ready to get started. All right, here we go.
Now we are going to talk about what is on our needles.
What's on your needles?
Still have the Sherlock scarf, but
It's like a magic trick.
ta-da!
So how many inches are you from finishing?
I don't know. Trying to get it to 60 and see what it is there. And if that's not long enough, I'm gonna try to do it to 65.
So how much are you at now?
I don't know. Not 60, I don't think. I'm gonna try to finish it before the end of April.
End of April?
I mean, not end of April, end of March.
Okay, I was going to say, oh my goodness.
End of March.
End of March. Okay, that would be good if you finished it by the end of March.
Yes.
So this is a pattern that you're kind of coming up with on your own.
It's just stuck knit stitch.
We go through this every week. What size needles are you using?
7.
Which is
3.
No, 4.5.
4.5.
And Cascade 220.
In the midnight blue colorway. It's not black. It's that color.
Yeah, blue.
Midnight blue.
All right. So on my needles right now, I still have the baby blanket that's hibernating still. I'm going to work on it in April. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Our new knit along for April. But I've been madly working on my Level Up socks, which is the pattern by Heather Keane, Boutros Babe. And they're written for cuff down, so I have, what's the word?
Adjusted.
Yeah, modified. Modified them because I like to do toe up. So, and I'm doing them 2 at a time. So last week, I didn't put a marker in, but I think I was probably only about right here last week. So I have finished the foot. I just did my regular heel flap and turn the heel and pick up gusset stitches. So I am, what?
I forgot.
Oh, you have a pin?
That's where I was last week.
You've made a lot of progress then. That's good.
I made more last week.
It's been kind of a busy off week, though. Turned the heels, picked up the gusset stitches. I'm decreased down to, I think I'm at 36 stitches, and I've got to decrease down to 32. So I'll be done decreasing in the next few rows, because this one I decrease every other row. And then have to do the rest of the leg. So I tried them on last night, and they look really good on. I don't know why they're curling up so bad on my needles. And typically what I do, the length that I prefer for the leg is about the same length as the foot. So if that's the case, I need to do about 3 more repeats of the chart pattern, and then the cuff. And I usually do, my cuff is about inch and a half. So I'm trying to get these finished by the end of March, which is in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days, not including today. So I think I can get them done. I've been kind of monogamous after I finished my other project that I'll show you in a few minutes, to work on these to try to get them done. I'm doing these on US 1.5s, 2.5 millimeter, and I'm using the Knit Picks Stroll Tonal yarn in the Summer Blooms tonal colorway. So it's pinks and kind of oranges. I got this in a swap last year. And it's been really nice to work with, and I really like the design it's kind of doing. So I am working on those, and that's all that is active on my needles right now. So I think we're ready to move on to the next segment. And now we're on to our finished objects. So hopefully Damaris will have one next week. Hopefully. We're gonna really hope. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some stuff I've already showed you, but because I need to talk about it. But first I'm gonna show you what I actually finished this week. So this is a new design I did. It's a Texas, all hail the mighty state. Yes, it is a Texas flag hat for my brother-in-law, JR. We're going to see my family next weekend. Next week's weekend.
That would be next weekend, not this weekend.
No, like a week and a half. Because they're going to store some of our stuff for us while we're in Scotland. And we determined that we could not take it all in one load. So, we're going. And so my dad's birthday and my brother-in-law's birthday are both in April, so we're going to celebrate those while we're there. So I had knit a hat for my brother-in-law, JR, for Christmas, and my sister randomly said to me a few weeks ago, if you ever have time, JR would really love a Texas flag hat. And I said, okay, I'll work on that. And so this is the hat from the front. You've got the star, and then if you have it on, if you look at it from the back, it's the reverse. So it's like you're looking at a flag. I'm going to mess up my hair.
Just keep it on.
So there's, oops.
And
there's, from the side, so you get the, like, 2 stars view.
Woohoo.
So, and this...
2 stars.
2 stars. 2 stars, thumbs up. This is, on US 6's 4.0 millimeters. In Yarn Bee Soft Secret in navy, red, and white. And I knit this... Okay, I'm taking this off. It's warm.
Your hair's not that messed up.
Oh, good. I knit this flat and then sewed it up right here. So when it was flat, I meant to take a picture of it flat before I seamed it up, and I forgot. So flat, it was bluest star, and massive piece of red and white. And then seamed it up, because that way, they live in New Mexico, and it doesn't get super, super cold where they live. And I was afraid if I did this in the round where I carried the colors the whole way around, that the double thickness of it would be too warm for him. So I did it flat and seamed it up. And it actually turned out pretty good. I'm pleased with it. I've showed it to my sister and to my mom, and they both liked it. So hopefully JR will like it. I need some test knitters for this one, because I am going to release it, as well as my dad's hat that I showed y'all, I think, last week, which is the Dallas Cowboy hat, which is for my dad's birthday.
You have all sorts of random things in your designs. She has a king cozy, some hats.
I know. Some socks.
A shawl.
A shawl. But this hat could also be done in different colors. So it's the same Yarn Bee Soft Secret in navy and, was it fog?
Yes.
Fog is the silver.
That's a really attractive yarn name.
Silvery gray. That's more of a true color right there. This one was done in the round. So I have 2 test knitters for this one, and I don't care if they do it in different colors. That's fine. It's more the pattern that I'm worried about. So I need probably 1 more test knitter for this one, and then I would like to have 3 test knitters for the Texas flag hat. So if you're interested, send me a message, and we will get that taken care of. I will not have the patterns ready to test probably for about another week or so, because of my socks that I'm about to talk about. The pattern release is coming up in a couple of days. So I would like to release these patterns probably by the end of April. You think that would probably be good? So I have some leeway. And honestly, these hats didn't take that long to knit. I probably did them in maybe 3 or 4 hours. It wasn't a super long knit, because you're doing it on US 6s, and it fits an adult head. It would fit. Damaris tried them on and took pictures for me for the project pages, and I can put. You saw me put them on. It'll fit my dad, my brother-in-law. They're all the same size. So a normal adult size head, or if you have a lot of hair like Damaris and I do. So if you would be interested or be willing to test knit for me, send me a message. I'm going to talk about again my Rescue Me Chin Boy and Show Me the Stars Doctor Who inspired socks.
A lot of you people better favorite this and cue it and buy this pattern, or else all of our work will be in vain.
I'm kind of scared.
Don't let our work be in vain.
I didn't tell her to say any of this. So, these are my Doctor Who inspired socks called Rescue Me Chin Boy and Show Me the Stars. They've got 6 pointed stars, which is a lace pattern, along with the wibbly wobbly timey wimey in between. I knit these on US 1s 2.25 millimeters in Kramer yarn, sterling silk, and silver in the Victorian Dust colorway. The nice thing about these socks is the pattern is not so specific that it only would appeal to a Doctor Who fan. It's got that inspiration there, but you could just call it Show Me the Stars and knit it and not ever mention Doctor Who, and it would be okay.
Although it would be nice if you mentioned Doctor Who.
Yeah, we like Doctor Who. I want to say a huge thanks to my test knitters. I had 3 test knitters do this for me. Amy, who is Knittin' Mom on Ravelry. Julie, who is Crow Julie on Ravelry. And Jenny, who is Java Jenny. I love your username, Java Jenny, because I'm Java Pearl. So the 3 of them test knitted them for me. They all looked amazing. These socks, the pattern is releasing on Friday, 2 days from now, the 29th of March.
Woo! It better be one of the popular patterns of the day.
I'm scared. I'm not telling her to say any of this. So I'm releasing them on Friday because Doctor Who Series 7 Part 2 starts on Saturday. So this would be a great knit for watching the start.
Although, be sure to pay attention.
Of Series 7. So, and like I mentioned last week, I am going to be doing 2 special things for the first week only. So, I want to make sure I tell you the right dates, and I already told you my brain's foggy, so that's why I'm looking at show notes. From Friday, March the 29th, when they release, through Saturday, April 6th at midnight Central Standard Time, or Central Daylight Time, whatever it is. Central Time, Texas Time, where I live. These 2 offers will be valid. The first one, if you buy the pattern, you can then send me a Ravelry message, and there will be details on the pattern page, of one person on Ravelry, their username that you want to gift it to, and I will gift it to them for free. So you buy the pattern, your friend gets it for free. The other thing is, for every 10 purchases of the pattern, I'll do a random number generator, and one person will get a refund on the price of the socks. So you will get a refund on your socks. So 1 out of every 10 purchases will get it for free. I am going to announce everyone who's getting the refund on the podcast episode on April the 10th. So that will be in like 2 weeks from today. And I will have all of the free patterns, the free gifted patterns processed, and all the refunds done by midnight on April the 10th. So if your friend doesn't get it gifted to them right away, I will have it done by April the 10th. I had to give myself a little bit of time because I don't know how popular these offers are going to be. So I will try to do them as they come through, but by April 10th, all the gifted patterns will be gifted, and all the refunds for winning it from being 1 out of every 10 purchases will get it. So, Friday, Rescue Me Chin Boy and Show Me the Stars, a Doctor Who inspired socks. Actually, it's Doctor Who inspired socks. Will be released. I hope you will purchase it and enjoy it and knit it. I will love you. I can't wait to see. I can't make my fingers right. I can't wait to see how many of you knit it, because I love it. And I have not worn these yet. I have waited and waited. Maybe I will wear them next week for the podcast, because I have not worn them yet. I've been saving them.
She's so dedicated.
I've been saving them to wear them until I could show them to y'all. So, Rescue Me Chin Boy and Show Me the Stars, Doctor Who inspired socks, coming to you Friday. Be there or be square. I just hit myself in the face. Alright, that's all our finished projects. Alright, now it's time for my favorite part of the show. Yummies! Yummy, 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 yummy. What's yummy?
Food.
That's not in the show notes.
Okay.
What's yummy?
We have a prequel for Doctor Who. Okay. All you Whovians.
Series 7.
Part 2.
Part 2.
7.5.
Or, according to Amazon, 702.
Yeah, Series 702.
It's kind of strange, because that's how we get Doctor Who for us, is we buy the season pass through Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've been adding some of these prequels and trailers and stuff that we're about to talk about, and it says, instead of being just part of season 7, it's season 702, which is kind of strange.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We have a trailer for the Bells of St. John. I think it was about 30 seconds long.
Mm-hmm. And I'll put
featuring clips we've seen before.
I'll put at least these 2 videos in the show notes. There's been a bazillion of them. I watched another something this morning.
So did I. And then I watched another thing.
So they've been releasing a lot of stuff.
I think they're releasing the whole episode in clips, and we have to put them in the right order.
That could be interesting. There was
it's a puzzle.
There was also a prequel.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Go ahead.
There's also a prequel. and spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. It featured little tiny Clara.
Oh, it was adorable.
Mm.
There was also a 2 days later
thing with
video from
we'll say after Good Man Goes to War, with Strax and Jenny and Vastra.
Vastra?
It's Vastra.
Vastra?
I think.
I thought it was Vastra.
No, I think it's Vastra.
Okay, anyway.
She's a lizard woman.
So that we got to see that too. So that was kind of fun. So there's been lots of videos out there. We'll put some of them in the show notes.
Little Clara.
Yes, little Clara was adorable.
And even in her young years, Moffat has her in red.
Okay, another spoiler alert,
Oh my
This is going to be about Sherlock Series 3. So if you don't want to see, fast forward it until we or something again. Okay, so you going to tell them?
Okay.
This was just announced today, this morning.
News! Amanda Abington, the Martin Freeman's longtime partner, joins the third series of Sherlock in a role that significantly impacts upon the lives of John Watson and Sherlock Holmes.
So,
And according to
hold on. So, Amanda and Martin are a couple, and they have 2 kids together, a boy and a girl. I can't remember.
Don't post pictures of them online.
I can't remember their names. It said their names I think on the IMDb page. I don't know. Anyway, so they have a couple of kids together. So, my belief is that Amanda is going to play John's wife.
According to a bunch of spoilers, Amanda is Mary because fans who were watching filming heard Benedict and Martin say Mary, yeah.
The other possibility that some people think she might be is
Terry, John's sister.
Yeah.
But that might be kind of weird.
Well, but remember on Doctor Who?
Yeah, but then they got married after that.
But still, weren't they dating?
No.
Oh. Tell the people what we're talking about. Since you and I are just carrying on this conversation by ourselves.
Georgia Moffat, the daughter of Peter Davison, who played the 5th Doctor, was in an episode in Series 4 as Jenny, the Doctor's daughter, and later David Tennant and her got married.
Yeah. So she played his daughter and then married him.
But she was actually the Doctor's daughter because she's the daughter of Peter Davison.
Yes.
Oh.
And there's that cute story that which one's your favorite Doctor that they asked their son. Tell them.
I think he said the 4th Doctor. He said Tom Baker, and
then he said his dad, right?
Yeah, I think
his dad.
Because he runs a lot.
Because he runs a lot.
But he didn't say his granddad. Okay, no more spoiler.
Okay, we're done. Okay, so Damaris and I got wrapped
in bubble.
No, not in bubbles.
What is it called? Bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. We didn't get wrapped in bubble wrap. So our sweet friend, Knitting Mummy of 6, Amanda is her name. Knitting Mummy of 6 is who she is on Ravelry and lots of other places too. She's on Plurk with me, but I can't remember if it's Knitting Mummy of 6 or just Knitting Mummy. Anyway, she wrapped us on Tuesday, which is Random Act of Patterning Tuesday. And she sent Damaris. You want to tell them what she sent you?
A hat.
What's the hat pattern?
Drizzle
by
yes.
Melski, who is single-handed knitter, single-handed hand. She does the podcast that I really love and designs. So this is the hat called Drizzle. And it's gorgeous. And funnily enough...
No, funny enough.
I thought it had the L-Y on the end.
Funnily enough sounds weird. Sounds like funnels. Like funnily enough.
Funnily enough, Amanda, this is in my queue. So, you did good. And the one that she sent to me is called It's Good to Be a Girl. It's a shawl pattern designed by Chrissy Prang, and this was in my queue as well. And it's a gorgeous pink shawl. I mean, of course, you could do it in whatever color you wanted. Pink. It's good to be a girl. So thank you so much, Amanda. You made our day. You made me cry. And then she made me cry on Plurk again when I told her thank you. She said something really nice, and she made me cry again. And so, we love you. Okay. I started watching Call the Midwife, which is a BBC show. I watched the first 2 episodes on Tuesday night while the Hubs and Damaris were grocery shopping, and both of them made me cry my eyes out. The Hubs called me like when I was nearly at the end of the first one, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm watching this. Oh my gosh!" And was just like sobbing and crying. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, this show is making me cry." And then I watched the second episode because they weren't home yet, and it made me cry too. So I haven't watched it anymore because they keep making me cry. It's really, really, really well done. It's set in the 1950s, I believe, in London, and it's about a group of nuns who are also nurse midwives, as well as there's several, they're not really students, but just beginning in their careers as nurse midwives that are not nuns. And the series is based on the real life writings of this woman who was a nurse midwife. It's really good. But Kleenex box warning, makes you cry. And I got a new project bag. Heather, Boutros Babe, totally enabled me when she posted this on Plurk, and I went, "Oh, I have to have it." And luckily I had a little bit of birthday money left and was able to get it. So the bag is from Girl Cave Bags. I love her little card with the owls. She's Rista1313 on Ravelry and Plurk. And tucked inside the bag was a Lolo bar sample in pink grapefruit. And it smells so good. I haven't used it yet. I waited so I could show you before I used it. So, okay, you people know how much I like pink. And they also know how much I like frogs, right? We've talked about frogs before. I love frogs. The cartoony ones, not real frogs. I like cartoony frogs. So, Heather Boutros Babe posted on Plurk that Girl Cave Bags have some new bags. So I clicked over just to look at them because I do that. And saw this bag and went, "Oh, I have to have it now." It's called Psychedelic Frogs. And it's green frogs and pink frogs and flowers and butterflies and mushrooms.
Yes. Mushrooms.
Damaris and the Hubs call this my high frog bag.
Because there are mushrooms and it's psychedelic.
They're high because they bounce.
No, they're high.
They hop.
Oh, they're high.
So, it's a very good size bag. I love she puts a little button on them. Oops. It says Girl Cave Bags. And then it's got 2 loops to help you zip and unzip. And a zipper. And it has polka dots inside it. And this is a very roomy bag. Right now I have in here 2 balls of yarn for my socks, my little Keep Calm and Craft On bag box, with scissors and my cable needles and stuff. And there is still a ton of room. I love my bag. They're my frogs. I love the pink frogs the best. I had to have it. So I got a new project bag. I think that's all our yummies. All right, on to the next segment.
Now we are going to talk about what books we're reading and what TV we're watching. We are both reading The Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Still yes.
I finished it. I'm writing a book report.
I have 2 chapters left. Because I just read like a chapter of it a night and then read something else. But I haven't read anything else that's been like, oh my gosh, I want to tell you all about it. So, I guess we're ready for TV. Okay. Arrow, episode 1.17, The Huntress Returns. So, we had River Song in this episode again. I love her. Playing, that's not really her name. Her name is Alex Kingston. She is playing Laurel's mom, and she and Laurel confronted Laurel's dad with information that Laurel's sister, Sarah, might still be alive. That was kind of the high point of the whole episode. In fact, this is exactly what I wrote when I watched it last week. This episode did nothing for me, really. It felt too soap opera-ish, and even after watching twice, I feel unconnected. Hope next week's episode is better, and this was a one-time off episode. Because I just didn't get into it this week at all. So there's a new episode on tonight, episode 1.18, Salvation. So, hopefully Salvation will be a salvation for Arrow, because last week was not great. You want to talk about this?
Sure. Psych, episode 7.4, No Country for Two Old Men. That one's your point right there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I really liked the music through the episode. Lloyd. That's Juliet's dad, right? Stepdad. Yes, that's what I was trying to... Sorry. Fog. Lloyd played really funny music. Like songs that I knew and would sing along with, and so that was fun.
Okay. And then Sean, for some reason, was talking about combinations of his and Juliet's names, and he said Shules, which is actually the ship name for them.
Love. I put a heart.
Yes.
And I said next week, but this is tonight.
Tonight
is episode 7.5, 100 Clues, which is
the 100th episode.
And
we can vote for the ending.
We get to vote for the ending.
I wonder how they're going to do that.
Probably text or internet.
No, I mean add the ending in.
Well, they've recorded all the possible endings, and then they'll just air the right one. So, although you won't get to vote because you'll be in bed. And I won't be watching it live. I'll be waiting for the hubs to get home. Somebody vote something we would like.
The butler did it. It's always the butler.
Yeah, there's supposed to be lots of guest appearances in this episode and everything for it being the 100th episode. So, yay! Once upon a time, I bet wouldn't it be funny if there was 100 pineapples?
That would be a lot of pineapples.
That would be funny.
Like, how do you put 100 pineapples in a set? How do you hide 100 pineapples?
They would be very, very obvious. I hope they do that. That would be fun.
It's like, Sean, it's like pineapple heaven.
Or they could go to a grocery store where there's stacks of 100 pineapples, like in a pyramid.
Okay, they need to go to a grocery store. 100 pineapples.
That would be
just
funny.
For us.
Alright, sorry. Once Upon a Time was episode 2.18, Selfless, Brave, and True. And we were right. It was August.
Yes.
Was back.
Ow.
But it was so sad. I cried because he did not stay selfless, brave, and true. And that's why he turned into wood again.
I cried
when he became selfless, brave, and true again and turned back into a real boy.
He's a real boy.
But he can't remember anything, like what happened, the bad lady that I'm about to talk about.
He's a real boy.
Oh, it did. It made me cry. So, I knew that, I think you say her name Tamara, was up to something. So she is the fiance of
Neil,
who is
Rumpelstiltskin's son.
Yes, but also
Henry's dad.
Henry's dad. See, I'm so glad that you know exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm like projecting it into your head. So, I knew she was up to something. I thought she was going to be really evil, and I think she's going to turn out to be really, 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 really evil. She's already a thief and a murderer. I'm wondering if she is from Fairy Tale Land or not, or if she has an identity there, or if she's just trying to destroy the magic and help, what's his name, the guy that wrecked the car? Owen. Speaking of Owen, they found out his true identity. Well, at least Regina figured out who he was. And I cannot figure out what's going on with him and Tamara. And where the heck is Owen's father at? I bet Regina had him killed.
3 weeks from Sunday.
Okay, so there is going to be... I wonder if that's on the 14th. I think maybe on the 14th is going to be the behind the magic type special thing they were saying. I don't know what it's called. Because the next new episode is going to be episode 2.19 called Lacey, Lacey, on the 21st of April. So I'm thinking that behind the scenes magic thing must be on the 14th. So we have to wait a while.
Robin Hood.
Oh, yes, and Robin Hood.
They still need to do Ariel. They haven't done Ariel.
So that will be cool.
Do Ariel.
Alright, Revolution is back. Episode 1.11, The Stand. I was really, really impressed with their previously thing because it had been so long since it had been on. When did it go off? Like in November? Something. It's been a while that they've had us on hiatus, and it was a really good refresher without it being like taking forever, but it reminded us of all those important bits that we needed to get back into the episode. And so that was, I think it was really well done, because a lot of times like shows will go on hiatus and then when they come back they don't do a very good previously, and so this really helped me get right back into it.
I liked this previously and Sherlock's previously.
Yes. So it kind of broke my heart when they used the helicopter and killed a bunch of the rebels, and I think it was Charlie that said this. I'm pretty sure, I think it was either her or Danny that said, I've never seen anything like this, and wasn't it Miles that responded and said, this is what war looked like before the blackout. That made me sad. Okay, so I'm wondering if, at the end of the episode, after Danny died, that made me cry too, I'm wondering if the device that Rachel removed from him is the one that was implanted. I'm wondering if it was implanted when that surgery happened when he was a little kid that we saw the little flashback of in the episode. But what the heck is the device? What does it do?
It glows.
And it like flick or like flash the light or something. I don't know. John, who played Lucien on ER, but not at the same time that Elizabeth Mitchell was on ER. So that's kind of a funny connection. Knows about the power thing and had a basement full of weapons, but Randall, the evil Randall, he got to him. And so we saw Randall again, and Grace was with him because he had kidnapped her before, and they're in the tower. So what is the tower? You said you thought it was a big amplifier.
I was wondering, like, if it's like a cell phone tower, if it broadcasts.
I don't know. I'm wondering if it's like a big amplifier type thing. And so Randall is having Grace try to fix things so that the power can come back on, but also Randall's wanting to get to a different level of the tower. I don't know. I'm like kind of confused. I'm not sure what the tower is going to be. But then Randall and John are going to help Monroe.
What if it's DOD?
Okay.
Sorry, that just came out of nowhere.
Yes, it did.
I don't know.
So Randall and John are going to be helping Monroe now. Ag, with about 30 zillion exclamation points on my show notes.
30 zillion.
It's a lot.
It's like 25.
Yeah. I like exclamation points. And then my crying moments were when Miles got hurt in the explosion, and then Danny destroyed the helicopter, and then he got shot, and then he died, and I was gasping in tears, and holy crap, and oh my gosh.
She typed all of that.
I did. I typed gasping tears, holy crap, oh my gosh.
It's true.
It was a sad episode. Next one is next week, episode 1.12, Ghosts, on April the 1st. And finally, we close out our TV section with NCIS, episode 10.19, Squall. We met Tim's dad for the first time. This was like a really feelings episode because there was kept being the moments between Gibbs and McGee and them talking, and McGee being a big brother to Adam, to this kid Adam, and then Gibbs talking to McGee about his relationship with his dad, and McGee being the bigger man, and McGee telling his dad to watch out for the bad guys. And then, oh my gosh, the make me cry. See, I cried a lot this week. TV's making me cry. McGee finding out that his dad had cancer while he was standing behind the interrogation window. Oh my gosh, that made me cry. It was sad. But this was the first time we'd ever seen McGee's dad. So, next episode will not be until, I believe, April the 9th is what I found. And it's going to be episode 10.20 called Chasing Ghosts. Unless they change things. But that is what I found online, so that's our TV for the week. On to the next segment. Alright, we want to do a check-in on the March hat knit-along. We have 18 finished hats in the thread, plus my 6. That means 24 finished hats this month. And we still have a few days left. You have until Sunday the 31st at midnight our time to post, and then we'll close the thread, and then we'll do the drawing on the podcast next week. So if you have done a hat, it doesn't matter if you knitted it or crocheted it or whatever, as long as you did it this month, post it in the finished object thread, and you'll be entered for the giveaway. So this week we had 4 people finish hats. Small Town Jen, who is Jenny, did an avocado with a twist hat. The Yarn Goes On, who is Lisa Marie, did a puddinhead hat. L. McCall, who is Linda. I probably butchered your username, I'm sorry. Linda did a Koolhaas, and Angie Ann, who is Angie, did a sockhead hat. So, great job. Get your hats finished, get them posted, and we will draw for the giveaway next week. Alright, let's tie up our loose ends and put this podcast to bed. Does that mean it's bedtime?
No.
Bummer, I'm tired. Okay, we don't really have a Scotland update this week, so buy my new pattern so we can
Go to Scotland.
buy plane tickets. There you go. Alright, we have a new knit-along, crochet along, any of the Ravelry crafts count. Starting on Monday, April the 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke. It really is starting. This is going to be a UFO Cal. So unfinished object Cal. So in order to participate, your project has to have been started by midnight on Sunday, March the 31st. Do you see how much leeway we're giving you? So you could like cast on a few stitches on Sunday and still be able to do it in our Cal. The goal is going to be, what you're going to do is you have to have your project started before March 31st, and then to enter for the giveaway for the UFO Cal, you have to complete the project by April 30th. This is to help me get my baby blanket done, the design I'm doing. because I have 2 more baby blankets to do before we move to Scotland. So, got to get this one done. So, UFO Cal starts Monday the 1st of April. Your project has to have been started by Sunday the 31st. And it can be an old one. I mean, it can be like something that you worked on 6 months ago and have never finished. Finish it in April. You get an entry in the giveaway. We want to say a big shout out, thank you, we love you, kisses, to Horselevin, who I'm not sure what your name is. If you tell me, I'll mention it next week. And to Knittin' Mom, who's Amy, and Iggy Star 71, who is Vicky, for their very, very, very sweet iTunes reviews. And also for anyone who's given us star ratings. We've got really good rating. And we have 4 reviews. No, 5 reviews. 4. 5. I don't know. 4 or 5 written reviews. So we say a big thank you to y'all, and anyone who wants to go do that for us, we will read them. And we thank you very much for those. Y'all are the reason we do this, and so it's wonderful when we hear from you letting us know how we're doing. I think that's about it for episode 31. Sorry, I forgot. You want to tell them where our website is?
Geeky Girls Knit, spelled like it sounds, Geeky Girls Knit.blogspot.com. And there you will find links to every single social media site you could possibly imagine
that we're on. Instagram has gotten big in the last week or so. I've been on Instagram for a while. So if you want to friend me on there, my username is cc_almond, ALMON. I'll put it in the show notes too. I haven't been taking a lot of pictures recently, but I'm going to try to start taking more, especially with the move coming. So.
I have a vlog.
Yes, and it's always linked in the show notes.
Good.
Her last episode was funny. So funny.
It took me ages to edit.
Yeah, she did a really amazing editing job on it. So, if you have not checked out her vlog, it's in the show notes. And that's a wrap. We're done. We're putting this episode to bed, and I might follow. No, not really, because then I will not get this edited and uploaded for y'all. So, thanks for watching. Happy knitting. We'll see you next week.